Mike and also Qatherine, and we're taking over the Brain Scratch stream
I
today.
don't know if anyone's here yet.
Oh, probably. I just made a tweet. So we're taking over. We're taking over the stream. Yeah. See, because here's the thing. Normally, me and Qatherine do Hyrule Warriors on my channel, but this time we're doing it on the Brain Scratch channel. Mwahahaha. Ha 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 ha.
I just saw the description. Nice.
Yeah, John is a loser, and damn, the game is loud. Okay, we're turning that down because that is way too loud. Okay, give me just a moment. Okay, that's better. Qatherine, could you just say something real quick?
I'm saying something real quick.
Okay, cool. All right. So anyway, since nobody's here, you get to pick the first person I grind with. So, okay, I've got lots of new characters. Oh, you also cannot see what's going on. So let me put on screen share, and then you can see what is going on.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay, so,
There we go.
everybody on the right I've barely used. So, we've got Linkle, Skull Kid, Toon Link, Tetrad, King Daphnes, Medley, and Marin.
Aww.
Why
The
are
girls
you?
are cute.
Which ones?
Linkle and Marin.
What about Medley? She has a duck nose.
That's pretty cute. It's a different sort of cute.
Why are you not into duck noses?
I didn't say that.
Well,
Are
if
you not
Medley,
into-
so if Medley does a selfie, does that mean that every face she makes is a duck face? Okay, so yeah.
I would say either Linkle or Marin.
Linkle or Marin? You know what? I actually.
Marin, because she's new.
Marin's new. Okay, yeah. Well, Linkle's also new, but we'll do Linkle next with the boots. How about that?
Sounds good.
Yeah. See, I have not used Marin at all in this file because I only have her default weapon, which will still be more than enough because this first mission is not very. This mission I'm going to do for grinding is not super difficult. So yeah.
Someone asked if you should, if they should get Hyrule Warriors on Wii U or 3DS.
That is a difficult decision because here's the thing, a lot of the DLC that you'll be getting on Wii U doesn't have any purpose. Like, you'll just get the characters and nothing to use them for. And one thing that I actually think that Legends does do better than the Wii U version is that the DLC characters actually have like missions on their adventure mode map that lets you like use them, because one of the things that's annoying about the 3DS version, the Wii U version, is that like when you got Twilight Midna, for instance, there was nothing to do with Twilight Midna even when you first got her, let alone like 3 DLC packs later. So there's that, but then again, the Wii U version's pretty much better in almost every other way, so it's kind of difficult to say. Because it's basic. It has the 3DS version has more content, but the Wii U version is basically just better in every other conceivable fashion. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a tough decision, honestly, and I can't help you there. I guess
How about that OST selection?
Oh, the OST. Oh, goddamn BGM select. Okay. The fact that not having the BGM select is really only an issue in adventure mode when you get really tired of hearing the same 4 songs over and over again, like Under Siege with its bum 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 bum. But it's not really a deal breaker because you could always just turn the sound off on your 3DS and listen to something else. It's just I usually play my 3DS when I'm away from my computer and thus don't have a lot of access to like YouTube or something for music. Yeah, but anyway, yeah. Just so you guys know, if you aren't super familiar with how me and Qatherine do streams, just because we're streaming Hyrule Warriors doesn't mean we're going to actually be talking an awful lot about Hyrule Warriors. So, yeah. Most of the time, we kind of devolve into tangents about things like Yaoi or whatever. So...
You're normally the one to bring it up first.
No, you're the one who keeps on making it keep on going, however, Miss...
So should we talk about the game that I've been playing lately?
Oh, you mean Kirby?
That's the name of the game.
No,
And
it's
the
not.
name
The
of
name
the
of the
film.
game is Kirby Planet Robobot.
That is true. Kirby was the previous game.
No, that game was Kirby Triple Deluxe. What are you, stupid?
But it's Kirby 3D, so it's like Kirby.
Oh, sweet. I actually... Okay, never mind. So how far are you in it for everybody watching?
Yeah, I am partway through World 5.
Oh, cool.
It is really good.
yeah.
The only thing so far that I think is slightly not as good as Triple Deluxe is the music.
Oh, the music is easily better in Triple Deluxe to me.
But one thing I really like about Planet Robobot is the environments are feel a lot more diverse.
Oh,
like,
really?
there's a lot...
I would disagree about that.
Okay.
Explain.
Okay. So I would say just particular levels stand out to me a lot in Robobot, like the ice cream factory.
Oh, the ice cream factory is fantastic.
That's amazing. And the city ones, like I love the city ones. I like how there's the city at night. I did find it a little weird that they reused a casino level twice at this point in the game.
Well, there's also the lab levels. They have one of those in every world.
Those, okay, yeah, I agree. The lab levels, it's like, yeah, there's one in every world. It's got like the corkscrew thing at the beginning, like that's a bit samey, but I don't know, something like the train level where you're on a train.
Oh well, spoiler alert, there is another train level in the game too. So, yeah.
Oh, someone said in the chat that the frame rate was unstable. I think I noticed that too. Like I'm not terribly good at perceiving changes in frame rate, but I do think I felt the frame rate drop a couple times.
In Robobot, yeah,
yes.
It's especially if you have the 3D on, it is very noticeable. Whereas Kirby Triple Deluxe, there would occasionally be frame drops, but only in 3D and really only during Hypernova sections.
Okay, because I never use 3D because it irritates my eyes.
Yeah.
So
I
never noticed frame rate drops in Triple Deluxe, but I've noticed a couple times, like if there's a lot going on screen, and I don't mind because a lot of my favorite games, like Ratchet and Clank's really bad with that. At least I've played the PS3 remasters and
Banjo-Tooie. I'll always bring up.
So I don't mind that much. It's just more surprising because the Triple Deluxe engine felt much more stable.
You know
so
what?
I don't really understand.
You want to hear my game theory about it?
Sure.
Okay, so I feel like they tried to do more graphically with with Planet Robobot, like effects and backgrounds and stuff, without really doing anything to the engine. I think is probably what it is. I think they probably just left the engine alone and did whatever, and then to hell with the frame rate, I guess is probably my guess, because the game came out in Japan like a month or two after it was announced, so it probably had a pretty short development cycle, is my guess.
Yeah, it almost feels like, I mean, I love the game so far, don't get me wrong, but it almost feels like Nintendo forgot that it was Kirby's 25th.
Probably, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if it was less than a year total development time. Because Nintendo's always working on games that they don't tell us about. So, like, it probably was in the works, like, 8 months or so before the announcement, but they only showed it when the game was mostly ready, if I had to guess. So, yeah. So I mean, yeah, there is that, but but it's just most of the new locations, aside from stuff like aside from a couple of what am I trying to say? A couple of exceptions, like the ice cream factory, which is my favorite level in the game. There
was a beach with octopuses.
Yeah, it's just I felt like the unique environments in Triple Deluxe stuck out with me a little bit more. Like for example, the haunted circuses. Those were really cool. I know you haven't seen it, the final areas yet, but I thought that Royal Road is a little bit more memorable visually than Axis Arc, which is the final world of Kirby Robobot.
Wait, people are saying Kirby's 25th is next year.
No, Kirby's Dream Land came out in 1991.
Yeah, because Kirby was born in the same year as me.
It might have come out in 92 in the US, but it was 91 in Japan. Definitely. So, they're just wrong. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't like to have wrong information.
Yeah, because I remember one of the first things I played on my Wii U was actually, which came out in 2011, was Kirby's Dream Collection. So,
wait, people. Oh, all right.
Are you looking it up?
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up because let's see. Hold on.
Are they being adamantly wrong?
I don't know if they're adamantly wrong. They might be
adamant nature.
I don't remember what that's a good nature. I don't remember what it.
It's like attack up and special attack down, I think.
That's what. Yeah, I got it for my Flareon. Maybe.
Yeah, that's a good for any physical attacker. That's a good.
Shoot. Yeah, it's 1992.
1992? No way.
Man.
Are you serious?
My life is a lie. I thought Kirby and I had a connection.
You can still have a connection. He's a doctor now.
I'm not a doctor yet.
You're a master, though. That means you're the master of doctors. Oh yeah. Favorite new power-up?
Oh, doctor.
Doctor? Okay.
Has to be. But I really do like it a lot.
Okay, I loved Kirby. I still, personally, I would rate Triple Deluxe a little bit higher, but they're still neck and neck because
you are. Oh wait, I'm not even looking at. I keep forgetting to look at the screen share. You are almost dead.
Oh, I know. It's just because you can't heal in this particular mission, but it doesn't really matter if I do because I've already gotten Marin up 13 levels, which is and those stay no matter if she wins or loses. So, yeah. If I die, I'll just pick a new character. It's no real big deal.
Okay.
Marin is pretty fun to use though. She has a bell.
Sweet. So
yeah.
she's Bell Kirby.
Yeah. Although Bell Kirby was one of the least good powers in Triple Deluxe, I will say. Like,
it was cute.
It was cute, but almost all of them are cute. Name a Kirby power that isn't cute.
Metal.
No, it's kind of cute because he becomes all, like, blocky and stuff.
The one in 64 where he throws his face. Like, obviously his normal appearance doesn't change.
Yeah, but think about
his face.
Think about it for a second though. Like when he's walking around, he's like all stubby and like he's like flat. That's kind of cute. If I were to pick something from Kirby 64 that wasn't cute, it would actually be Cutter Spike, because that's the one where he gets the giant arms that are are spiky.
That's the one. Yeah, that was gross too.
Yeah, but that's one of the best powers in the game though, is also the thing.
Yeah. Because
it just wrecks stuff. So
I think one of the cutest Kirby powers is Animal.
Oh yeah, that one that's one of Squeak Squad's very situational powers though.
Yes.
Because the only reason why you ever really use it is because there's dirt that you have to dig, and the only one that can do that is Cutter. Not Cutter, Animal. That's actually one thing that I love about both Robobot and Kirby's Triple Deluxe is that there's a lot of attacks that do stuff like water and fire attacks. So you don't need to have fire to do a puzzle where you have to melt ice. You could use Circus, for instance, and the flaming
or
hoops.
even Hammer, because the hammer catches on fire.
Yeah, so
and like Cutter is Cutter and Sword can cut ropes.
Yeah, so
yeah.
I
agree. That was a really good design choice.
Yeah, because it's something that I forgive in like Kirby's Adventure / Nightmare in Dreamland, because that was literally the first game with powers. And even then, there's still stuff like burning and fire will still burn the fuses, although burning and fire is kind of redundant, but you know, whatever.
I blame that on the limited controls, and I think they were afraid to try and do something like, you know, at D-pad plus a movement.
Yeah.
That's what I think it is. I obviously don't know if there's more information out there about like why they did the control design the way they did, because Superstar came first, and in Superstar, if I'm correct, because I have yet to play Superstar.
Came second, you mean, right?
Sorry?
Superstar came after Adventure. You said it came
sorry,
first.
I'm thinking of Nightmare in Dreamland.
Oh yeah, well, in Nightmare in Dreamland, they were just trying to keep it's a remake, so they couldn't really change too much. Although
but they added powers.
Wait, they added powers? I don't think they did. The
Oh,
only
I'm
thing
thinking of
that
the wrong game. I'm thinking of the wrong game. The Kirby games, I'm really bad with the Kirby game names because there's Dreamland was the first one, right?
yeah. Quick sidetrack. You want me to do Linkle now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Boots or crossbow?
Um, does it matter?
Uh, I've got
Is
better
it,
crossbows, but not by much. And the
I
boots
don't.
just came out yesterday.
Whatever you want to do, really.
I'll show off the boots, although I don't like the boots as much as the crossbows. But anyway, yeah, like I get them confused too. Like Nightmare in Dreamland and Return to Dreamland, like, you know.
Yeah. Like for me, it's more that it was Dreamland, then Adventure, then Dreamland 2 and 3, and Superstar was somewhere in there.
Yeah, it's like Dreamland 2 is the third Kirby game, but it's called Dreamland 2. I believe it's Dreamland 1. It's Dreamland 1, Adventure, Dreamland 2, Superstar, Dreamland 3, 64.
And you know, the other thing that trips me up is that Nightmare in Dreamland is not a remake of Dreamland.
No.
Kirby's Dreamland. It's a remake of. That's what I always get mixed up on because I always think it's a remake because it has Dreamland in the title.
You think
but
it's a
no,
remake
of? I think it's a remake of Kirby's Dreamland. But that game would be 10 minutes.
Actually, that's Spring Breeze from Kirby Superstar.
Okay.
That's why I love Superstar Ultra, where they have a remake of a remake of a remake. Because it's Spring Breeze it's a remake of Superstar's remake of of Spring Breeze, and then you have Revenge of the King, which is a remake of a remake of a remake. It's amazing. Yeah. So yeah.
I really wanted to find Superstar Ultra, and I didn't find it.
It's pretty cheap as far as I can tell. Superstar Ultra, I believe, is the best-selling Kirby game because the DS had a gigantic install base. Although, fun fact, although Superstar is commonly cited to be the most popular Kirby game, the original Superstar, like the SNES Superstar, was actually outsold by Kirby 64. Despite Kirby 60, they were both late in their system's lifespans, and the Super Nintendo's install base kicked the shit out of the N64. So Kirby 64 is the true most popular Kirby game. You see, you're just salty about Kirby 64 because you can't beat Geometry Man.
I beat him.
Yeah, it took you like 12 tries.
You want to tell them about me fighting the orca?
Oh,
that was the other. I am really bad at the bosses in Kirby 64.
To be fair, the boss fights in Kirby 64 are some of the hardest in the series, I would say. Like, goddamn, didn't even get to Miracle Matter. I was replaying Kirby 64 not too long ago. I died 10 times to Miracle Matter. You
have it so much easier. You're playing Rayman. I'm backseat gaming you through Rayman. The boss is in Rayman. It's Rayman 2, by the way. I didn't clarify that. The PS2 version, because PS2 version is best version. Fight me IRL.
Rayman Arena, me IRL.
Yes, thank you. I have that game. It's not very good. Anyways, the bosses in Rayman are not actually that bad, I think.
Oh, like no, in Rayman 2? No, they weren't bad at all.
Well, you've only fought one, but the next boss, I think you've only fought one. The next boss I can think of, you don't even fight him. You just sit on his head. And then, I don't remember, it's one of those games where you can't go back and fight the bosses, so I don't remember the bosses very well. The final boss is annoying, but that's more because you have to ride a shell throughout the whole boss fight.
Oh wait, so is it like the vehicle parts with the missile?
Yes, but it's a flying shell. Yeah, they're called shells, even though they're like missiles.
Oh, it's a flying missile. Great. Awesome.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. It controls. Well, you'll see. It's not that bad. It's just more. I dislike that, and this is something that I will knock Spyro 3 for doing. I dislike it when the final boss of a game just completely changes the playstyle.
I'm sorry. It's just never mind. I can't mention what made me laugh because that will spoil something. So about a game you're about to play. So.
Oh, okay. I mean, I know, like, I don't mind in, like, say, like in Nightmare in Dreamland. No, which one? The GBA game that I bought at TMG that I played.
You're talking about Nightmare in Dreamland with the Nightmare Orb, which is the shooty section. But then there's an actual boss fight. Yeah, that's
like I don't mind that, but what I dislike is like in Spyro 3, you start fighting the final boss like quote unquote on foot or on feet, and then it transitions to you're riding a flying saucer, and it's like I liked what they did in Spyro 2 where you were flying but you were still Spyro, you know.
Yeah. What do you Sonic Adventure 2 / Sonic Adventure? What do you think of like the supersonic thing for the final boss? Because personally, I like it in Sonic Adventure 2 because for one thing, like you get the Bio Lizard right before that, which is a normal fight.
Yeah.
Which is why I prefer to Adventure 1, where like you don't get really any normal fight with chaos. It's you get no normal fight with perfect chaos, I should say.
Yeah. The last story in Adventure 1 I think feels feels much more lackluster, because what do? You
run around the adventure fields.
You run around for a while and then you go fight perfect chaos.
Yeah, there's not any whereas Adventure 2 had
it was hard. But
Cannon's Core is the Knuckles and Rouge sections can kind of go fuck themselves a little bit, but I like the concept of Cannon's Core.
Knuckles without the air bracelet, an air necklace is the worst.
I remember when I was first playing the game, my cousin was like, "You don't have the air bracelet," and I was like, "There's an air bracelet."
What's an air necklace?
Yeah. He also told me where what's it called? The little charge up moves in Adventure 1 and Adventure 2 for Shadow and Sonic were. He also told me where those were. So.
Yeah, I think
we all had that one cousin who was good at video games, didn't we?
My cousin didn't play a lot of the same games I did.
Ah, okay.
So, not sort of. I remember because I don't like the Knuckles levels with the ghosts. So I think I made my friend.
Wait, you don't like the Knuckles levels with the ghosts? You mean 3 out of the 5 Knuckles levels? Pumpkin Hill. Yeah, Pumpkin Hill.
Aquatic Mine and Death Chamber.
Death Chamber. Yeah. You should have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were there for the Great Sonic Adventure debate, which SA2 technically won.
No, spoil it, Ted. Don't spoil it. Gareth's gonna. People don't want to be spoiled when Gareth posts the video in 20xdx.
That's why they should have been at TMG. Oh yeah, TMG. I don't know if we're gonna get the chance to do a TMG video while it's relevant, because I'm gonna be away all next week, and then we've got the charity thing right after. But TMG was a hell of a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
If
you follow me on Twitter at Qatherine_S, that's the closest I will get to a shameless plug. I made a paste spin with my thoughts on TMG. TLDR, I had a crap ton of fun. I definitely want to come back next year, and I spent quite a bit of money on games. I will be eating peanut butter and ramen, except I don't actually eat ramen.
Yeah, finding a ramen that you would be able to eat, I think, would be relatively difficult.
No, you just throw out the flavor pack.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you've mentioned that to me before.
Yeah, the flavor packs, the actual noodles.
Yeah, but then you'll get scurvy.
I've told you that story, yes. So I'll tell it to the chat, because I think it's funny, even though I don't actually think it's true. So there's an urban legend at the place where I did my undergrad, because I'm a grad student. I'm an old person. But
you're not that old.
Thank you. That is the correct answer. There's an urban legend that there was some kid in one of the dorms who all he ate was instant ramen, but he didn't, for some reason, he never ate like the flavor pack that comes with it, so he just ate like the noodles. And then because the flavor pack has like vitamin C in it, but the noodles don't, he ended up getting scurvy. I don't know if it's true, but I like to think that it is.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, TMG was a lot of fun. We met a lot of people there. We met a Grindfest fan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. His name was Robert, I think? Was it?
Yeah. Yep.
Thanks for supporting our BS, Robert.
You mean BSC?
Oh,
No.
no.
Nope.
Nope. Ah.
Oh, someone asked, are there any Kirby abilities we like that other people like that are not popular that other people dislike?
I can't think of any that people dislike off the top of my head.
You like Cutter more than most people do, but I agree. I like Cutter's cool, but I think it's one of Ted's like favorites, if I remember correctly.
It got like specifically in games after Adventure, I like it because they give you the ability to aim it, and so you do if you turn around, they have unlimited distance because they'll go behind Kirby infinitely. But they only go forward a certain amount. So you can like turn around, find a safe spot, and like chip away at bosses a lot using Cutter,
Yeah.
which is fun. And Cutter is one of the best Robobot powers that you get frequent access to. I think in terms of wrecking stuff, the best is like objectively Mike. I think is objectively the best wrecking stuff, but you only get to use it like 2 or 3 times. So
I was stunned when I realized that Mike was a Robobot power.
yeah.
It's just like, do I get infinite? Like,
Yeah.
do I get to use it infinitely? And Ted's like, yeah, scream as loud as you want.
Don't turn it up just to 11. Turn it up to 12.
Oh no.
Have you been reading the descriptions, the pause menu descriptions?
When I remember to, yes.
Some of them are pretty funny. Is just why I mentioned. But yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you haven't. So you haven't. What level in World 5 is the car power? Is the car level again?
I think it's 4.
Okay, so I think the levels start getting a little bit longer at that point. The worlds, I should say, start getting a little bit longer. But you are pretty close to the end of World 5. So.
Are there 6 or 7 worlds?
6.
Okay.
It does the same thing that what's it called does. Triple Deluxe does, where like the final boss is technically World 7, so that it can spell out a thing.
So I know what it spells out. So I got spoiled somehow.
Oh yeah, but
it's not as much of a. I think the biggest spoiler is Return to Dreamland.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. But at that point, people didn't know to look for it, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I know we just finished, but Linkle with the boots is honestly little bit underwhelming, because the boots are the Pegasus boots, which are supposed to go fast, but Linkle kind of moves very slow and has very little reach when you're playing with the boots. So, I prefer the crossbows, immeasurably. But, yeah. Oh, I got good stuff, though. Who should I play next?
Let's see. Let me look at the peoples.
Okay, well, hold on. I gotta get to the screen again.
I'm actually at my computer right now.
Gasp. Okay. Oh, yeah, you were, like, cleaning stuff, I could tell. Because I heard a clink, 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 clink. Not that I'm judging or anything. Okay, so we did Linkle and we did Marin, so let's do different people. We've got Skull Kid, Toon Link, Tetra, King, Daphnes, Medley, and... well, we already did Marin, so I'm gonna
Let's play as...
Dinner! Yeah.
I want to see him turn into a boat.
He's a boat.
Can you do that for me?
Well, his attacks turn him into a boat, so...
All of his attacks?
Most of them. He, like, swings the sail around for a lot of them. His standard X button attack turns him into a boat, and it speeds up his, like, he kind of does, like, a smash with the boat, and it speeds up his normal attacks. See, hold on, when the bad guy shows up, I'll do it. There it is. Boat!
Oh, boat!
Yeah, so if you don't do that, his attacks are a lot slower.
Oh my gosh. The chat is full of my boy.
Oh, yeah.
There should be a mashup of my boy and Dat Boy.
Dat Boy.
Make it happen.
How about no? Because if Nintendo makes that meme, then suddenly, oh, Nintendo does nothing but memes. They're terrible. But whatever.
I think that reaction was a little silly that people got so up.
You're talking about the Slippy and Dat Boy one, right?
Yeah. That was stupid. like guys, they're making a joke.
Yeah, not to
I'd
mention.
I'd rather them keep the memes on Twitter and keep them out of my video games.
Yeah, because like
They're-
other than like Nintendo centric ones, like the "My Body Is Ready" stuff, because that is a Reggie meme, so it's a little bit
Yeah.
more, and only if it's like used like once every couple of games.
Yeah,
too.
I think we're both thinking about Fire Emblem Awakening, where in one of the supports, Frederick says, "My body is ready," but says it in a way that if you didn't get the reference, it would still sound relatively natural.
Yeah. Yeah, whereas there are, I can't really think of any memes in Fates off the top of my head. I'm sure there are some hidden in there, because there's like a million supports because there's like a million characters, because there's 2 games worth of characters.
Ooh, Nathan's trash talking you in the chat.
Why is he trash talking? Huh?
I don't know.
What did he say?
He said you suck eggs.
Nathan, that is... I thought we were better friends than that.
What, Nathan? What happened at MomoCon last year should stay at MomoCon last year. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't even there.
Yeah, but, hi, Nathan. Oh, Nate, you know what? Nathan's just jealous because he's not the co-host.
Does Nathan want to be your co-host?
I don't know. Nathan can want to be whatever he wants.
I'll let you know what he says.
Yeah.
Blaze Henry said groans of increasing discomfort. No, that became a meme. That's
Yeah.
different. And I like that.
That is
I
a
love-
great reaction pick.
That is an amazing reaction pick. What one did I use recently that I thought was pretty well timed? I can't remember. Oh, it was the Gilgamesh. Is this Mongol serious?
Oh, that was
I
in
love-
response to TJ when he thought...
TJ saying, I thought you guys were talking about anime, so I posted a pic from an anime.
Oh, yeah, because, TJ's probably a bigger weeb than you are, because he's all like, One Piece is the best Damu, and all that.
Speaking of that, I should look at when the release date is for the next Attack on Titan chapter, because those typically release near the beginning of the month. But I don't think it will be out on the 1st.
Qatherine, King Daphnis just drove a boat into a dragon. We need to stop and appreciate this.
Pretty sweet. The true hero of Hyrule.
Hyrule.
What's the name of the king in the Faces of Evil?
King Harkinian.
Harkinian, that's it. Who would win in a fight? King Harkinian or King Daphne?
Well,
Whatever.
King Daphnis can turn into a boat, and King Harkinian's ship needs to sail in the morning. So what if King Daphnis was the ship that King Harkinian was driving in Faces of No, that was Wand of Gamelon. A game theory.
It's a GAM theory.
A game theory.
They're gonna sue us, and that's theory with an I.
A game theory.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh man, memes. So many. You see, that's actually an animation I've never seen before, because I have not actually watched played a lot of Hyrule Warriors Wii U since Legends came out. And Hyrule Warriors 3DS actually does not have a lot of these animations. Like, instead of the animations where you attack the bosses when you do their weak point smash, instead, they just do like a generic explosion attack.
Oh shoot! Someone said there's a new Berserk series premiere.
Oh yeah, Ryan was talking about that on Twitter.
Oh, dude, is this like is this set after the? So I really Berserk is one of those shows that I really want to watch, but the problem is, so the original Berserk series, which was actually done by the studios called Oriental Light and Magic, or OLM, they're actually the people who do Pokemon.
Yeah, Mike Pollock was one of the characters in Berserk.
Yes, I was listening to the Berserk outtakes because, for the record, the Berserk outtakes are absolutely hilarious. And I recognized Mike Pollock's voice.
What, do they like keep on going? Like, do they swear and like mess up and then they keep on going and say something silly?
I would say my favorites are one of the characters just bursting out into song.
Oh.
Like full song. And my other favorite is Guts, the main character. There's a scene where I think he's like talking to his men, like, because he's a mercenary. Well, he's a mercenary, and then he works for Griffith, who's a
Griffith. You mean
Griffith.
Jason Griffith?
No. Yeah, heck no, considering what I know what Griffith does later in the series, and it's awful. Griffith is awful.
I know he's my least favorite Sonic voice actor. Actually, that's not true. OVA Sonic is worse Sonic.
But anyways, there's a part where Guts is talking to his men, and the outtake, he's like, I don't know what he says in the original, but he's like, "Who's ready to jerk me off?" And then his men all go, "Yeah!"
That was completely intentional.
What was that?
I'm sure that was completely intentional.
I'm sure that was actually just the final script, you know.
Oh yeah, of course.
That was.
No wait, they were just reading the fan fiction. Okay.
Yeah, gotcha. But yeah, Berserk looks really good. So
it looks
the
nuts.
original Berserk.
It looks Berserk.
But so the deal is that the anime of Berserk ended basically at like, I would say like after like not far into the manga essentially, and the manga has been ongoing for years and years.
So are they doing a Brotherhood?
What was that?
Are they doing an FMA Brotherhood then?
No, I don't know. I need to look into that, because what happened then, so for a long time it was the Berserk anime ended and that was it. And then a studio, I don't think it was OLM, I think it was a different studio, they did a series of 3 movies that were set after the events of the Berserk anime. No, it was like during and after basically the movies remade the original Berserk anime and then went a little bit beyond, but they still didn't catch up to the manga.
Oh, so just
they
a quick
spent like
question.
15 years on a boat.
They just
got off a boat like last year. Sorry,
Qatherine, a quick question about the movies. Were they following the events of the manga, or were they making up their own stuff?
No, it's been based on the events of the manga.
Okay, good. I was just wondering if they were like making up their own ending for the movies or what.
They didn't do like a FMA type thing. No, that's actually pretty uncommon what happened with FMA as far as I know. Most of the time when you have a series end, it's just kind of a read the manga / light novels ending. Because anime is big business in Japan, but it also, manga and light novels are big business. So, these are being produced for a Japanese audience where it's also profitable for the artist in question if, the show ends and then people follow their work, outside of the anime medium.
So was it with FMA that it was hot and they wanted an ending now? Kind of
the
thing?
issue was that Bones, the studio Bones, and the creator of the manga Fullmetal Alchemist, they realized that they had a choice essentially, because the manga was not. She knew what she wanted for an ending, I think, but it was going to take far too long to get there. So they could either stop and wait for her to make more content, or they could stop completely and just not, because the problem is also if you stop and wait for the mangaka to make more content, or, it doesn't have to be a mangaka, the writer, to make more content, there's no guarantee that you'll have the funding for the project.
Which is kind of where not the funding, but also interest too. Like with Attack on Titan, I'm not sure how much interest will be up for the second season, if it ever happens.
Yeah.
So
I think it will, because Studio Wit is doing well, I think, because they've been working on that other project, Common Area of the Iron Fortress, which I haven't watched. I have not been watching anime lately, just for lack of time. It's not lack of interest, it's just lack of time, and I don't know, I've been wanting to play games instead.
Oh yeah, I get you.
Anyways, so what happened was the mangaka basically said, okay, so why don't you, I think they approached the mangaka or vice versa, and they basically said, we can write our own ending, and she was like, okay. And I think she did see their version of the ending, and she was okay with it. Yeah. Obviously, it wasn't what she ended up writing, but it certainly came out quite well. And Ryan likes. I know Ryan and I have discussed this, and he likes the original Full Metal Alchemist ending better, and I understand why. It's a very Japanese ending because it's set later. Okay, sorry about that.
Catherine was interrupted by her friends in lab.
They want me to go drink.
You don't. Okay, you should go drink the drink.
I don't drink the drink.
Why
I might
not?
have-
You should drink the water in the test tube.
No, Ted.
Oh! I'm sorry. King Daphne's quote for beating 1,000 enemies. I will not let you turn this land into a darkened wasteland. King Daphne's, look at where you're fighting right now. I think you're a little bit late on that one. I don't know. Yeah, but Full Metal Alchemist is something that I've been meaning to watch/read, because the only episode I've watched is the one where the mom dies. So, well, no, the mom dies and then they try to bring her back, and that doesn't go so well. So,
Yeah. Understatement, yeah.
yeah. So, oh yeah, also, what's the younger brother's name? He becomes a suit of armor, too?
Yeah, Alphonse.
Alphonse.
Al.
Yeah. He's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy, they going big tonight.
Oh, what? Did they get a huge bottle of Soko?
I don't know. Oh, no, I hope not. I don't think anyone wants that again, except for the guy who brought it. Oh, we're doing a picture? Okay.
You're leaving me?
Okay.
You're leaving me?
Okay.
Catherine? You're leaving me?
Briefly.
Oh, no.
They said like in 10 minutes.
Oh, man. Okay, well, I'm probably only going to go for an hour, personally, because I don't want to overstay my welcome. So, let's do one more.
Stream. We don't want to overstay our welcome.
Oh, no. No, that would be rude. Why don't you pick one last character for us to do?
Do Bird Girl.
Bird Girl? Okay. She's a bird.
And a girl.
Yeah.
And cute.
I don't know. I don't know if I can get past the eternal selfie face.
Wow, Ted. You racist against bird people now, too.
Well, if they didn't have such big beaks, maybe I wouldn't need to be racist against them, huh? Maybe if they just chose to not be birds, I wouldn't have to be racist against birds.
You know, I thought it was bad enough when you were being so prejudiced against bug Pokemon.
I wasn't being bug Pokemon. I was just asking why there were so many bugs in Gen 7. Okay? Yeah, whatever. So what did you think of the new Pokemon? Because personally, I think most of them are pretty goddamn ugly. So,
I haven't looked at them.
Most of them are pretty goddamn ugly.
I think I saw like the rat one.
Oh,
Mouse.
no, they just released a whole bunch of new Pokemon, like today.
Yeah, I think I saw pictures of the not Pikachu.
Oh yeah, the chubby not Pikachu. Which is fine, I guess. It's more the fish looks absolutely gross. And I know it's great, it's based off of a fish, a real life fish, that actually looks like that, but it's also not the kind of Pokemon I want to be seeing, so yeah. So, yeah, it's, I don't know, a lot of stuff about Gen 7 looks good, except for the Pokemon. I have found myself attached to very few of the new Pokemon in Gen 7.
That was my reaction to all of Gen 3.
All of Gen 3?
Yeah. I was like, these Pokemon look horrible.
Honestly, I think Gen 7 probably, so from what we've seen so far, is probably got my least favorite cast of Pokemon, I would have to say. Like, more than Gen 3 or 4. I'm one of those weirdos who really likes Gen 5's Pokemon, just so you know, for some context.
Okay,
So,
I didn't know that was considered weird, but
that's the one with the ice cream cone, though, you have to remember.
I know you and I will Sonic the Fighters IRL over this, but I hated Gen 3's designs more than Gen 4.
That is understandable to me, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
But I disagree.
The Gen 3 Pokemon, they look like Digimon. Like, I dislike the design. Like, they look very
So you don't like Pokemon that look like Digimon, and yet you like Rotom. Okay, whatever, Miss Hypocriticalness.
Are you saying that because it's literally like...
It's a digital Pokemon. Digimon, digital monsters.
It's just it's electric.
It can live in a Pokédex, thus meaning it's digital.
Okay, that's retconning.
You're a retcon.
Yeah.
Your name doesn't actually start with a Q.
You keep saying that, but you've never seen my birth certificate.
Or maybe I have. Yeah. But it's just there are more Pokemon that I have fonder memories of from Gen 3 than Gen 4. Like Gen 4, really the only there are very few like non-evolution Pokemon that stand out to me in my memory. Whereas in Gen 3, there's stuff like Shroomish and Breloom and Numel and Camerupt.
Yeah, those are decent.
Shroomish, Numel and Camerupt, Bayonet and Bayonet and the Dusclops families are both good to me as well.
I guess to me the ones I dislike, I really dislike Blaziken. It looks like a Digimon to me.
I'm not a fan of really any of the starters from Gen 3, so I understand that. So
Mudkip's cute. I'm not a huge fan of its evolution.
No, Swampert is. I do not like Swampert very much at all.
I like Ninetales in Gen 3.
Ninetales is like one of the only fire types you can get in Gen 3 if you don't pick who's its face, Torchic.
That's why I got a Ninetales.
Yeah, although I think actually Gen 4 might be worse with that as well. So
I don't know because I played Platinum where I think they added some Pokemon.
They did, but I
got a Ponyta.
Yeah, I think Vanilla Gen 4 might have been worse about fire types, but don't quote me on that because I don't have the Pokedex memorized.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Ted said that Gen 4 has less fire types than Gen 3 when it really does actually have more fire types by like one that he couldn't remember. Man, what a scrub in Pokemon that Ted is, right?
I like the pre-evolution for Wobbuffet.
Why not? Because, I don't know. Why not was kind of... baby Pokemon in general are kind of useless to me. Like, why not really only exists to give Wobbuffet more than 4 moves?
Baby Pokemon are not useless to me because they give me utility in the form of so cute.
So cute? That's not a utility. That's just you going daw.
You need to take more economics. Then you will understand that joy itself is a good.
What?
Joy can be quantitated.
No, it can't.
Yes, it can.
No, it can't. Okay, so then how many joys does a picture of Kirby sitting on a stool give you?
7.
7? Okay. And then what about a picture of Meta Knight being badass? You see, you can't quantitate it because joy comes in different flavors. Okay, there's cute joy, and then there's badass joy, and yeah.
So, but I could say, how much money would I pay to view that picture?
Okay,
and that is how you quantitate it.
Well, not necessarily, because you can pay $1 for one type of soda and $1 for a different type of soda, and there are different types of enjoyment you get from each type of soda. Does that mean they can't be equal if they're different? That's just math.
Oh, in that case, they aren't perfect substitutes. So, you're correct that there are certainly different needs. For example, if I'm hungry, then getting the nicest book is worth very little utility to me, unless I have figured out a way to eat a book.
Well, you can eat a book, but it will provide very little substance.
Yes, but that's just so there's multiple utility curves that people have. I love economics. If it wasn't that I wouldn't like sitting at a desk all day. If I did, I would probably want to be an economist. But I don't like sitting at a desk all day.
Yeah, but what would you do as an economist? Be like, these are a stock. Oh, you would play Fortune Street all day. That's why you would want to be an economist.
Yeah, pretty much.
Would you be would you do business with Donald Slump?
People aren't gonna get that joke yet, Ted.
I know. So that means we can go and as much as we want, and take joy in the fact that nobody understands our joke.
How much joy? Quantitate it for me.
You can't quantitate joy. I take issue with your base argument.
I love economics. Macroeconomics specifically. I never cared much for macroeconomics. Because, like, microeconomics...
Macroeconomics are better because they're the big ones.
My econ teacher would probably disagree.
Your econ teacher is stupid because I said so. Yeah, sick burn!
My econ teachers, because I took economics with 2 professors, one of whom advised the president, our current president, on healthcare stuff, and the other of whom is a MD PhD. Yeah.
Wait, why would you be an MD
and an economist?
That seems just, you know what, I doubt his credentials because he does not seem to have the requisite focus to be a good economist if he's doing all this other stuff too, like body parts.
To be fair, he only practices medicine once a week.
Well, okay then, Miss Qatherine. Okay, if body parts have value, but if in that case, then why do they have no monetary value, huh?
Oh, they do.
No,
you aren't going to the right corners of the internet, Ted.
No, because legally, since you can't legally buy and sell a body part. So therefore, it has no value.
Ted, actually, this was something we discussed in my economics class that I took with this guy because I took a health economics class, and we discussed that there are some countries where it is legal to buy and sell specifically kidneys, because I mean kidneys are the ones that you can you can have a kidney removed and still be fine as long as you don't obviously have too many complications.
But not in the United States though.
No, not in the United States, but in
so
I believe
therefore
it's
in the only country that matters, they have no value.
I love when I try to have a intelligent discussion, something I learned in an academic setting, and then Ted shuts it down.
Because America. I know, I was just kidding. You can keep on going. What about Pakistan? In Pakistan, you can buy kidneys.
In Pakistan, it is legal to sell and buy kidneys, and so there's obviously then you can. I don't remember what the monetary value of it is, but it's actually very interesting because the primary people who sell their kidneys tend to be what most of us would consider undereducated, very poor.
Well,
so it's one of those things where you know, as health economists in particular and ethicists would question whether these people are properly educated on the decision they're making, because in an ideal world we would like to think, well, yeah, like someone can intelligently, make the decision that they don't need their kidney, they'll be fine without it, the money is worth it, but that in the reality we have to question that when we look at the evidence and we look at economic studies of this.
Yeah, because in the world we live in, you're either not too bright or really desperate to want to try to sell an organ right now.
To sell specifically. I mean, I greatly admire anyone.
Oh yeah, of course, I'm an organ donor.
Donate a kidney, whether it's for, someone you know personally, or, there are people who do it anonymously.
Yeah, check off your organ donor card, people.
If you live in the United States, if you live in Europe, it's an opt-out program.
Oh, so you automatically give it unless if you.
So it's opt-out versus opt-in, and that actually is believed to increase rates of organ donation.
Oh yeah, because you're guilted into doing it. Because you have to say, no, I don't want to, and nobody wants to be that douchebag who's going to be like, oh, she bows. Nobody wants to be that douchebag who's like, nah, I'm not going to donate my organ. I mean, there are certain religious things. I think maybe...
Yes.
Is it Jewish people who can't donate? If it's a religious thing, that's one thing.
I don't know. I'm unlike many people think I'm not Jewish.
Yeah. But
I have been mistaken for Jewish multiple times to let the chat in on the joke.
Yeah. But unless if it's like a religious thing, I personally see no reason why you shouldn't donate your organs. So.
Yeah. Or at least check it off. Like, not everyone, I mean, if you got, the ideal organ donor is a young person who gets into a car accident and, injures their head.
Yeah, basically.
Because there's plenty of situations
but
where...
what if you were going to do a brain donation?
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Can you actually donate part of your brain?
I think so.
That's...
I mean, there's certainly people where they take the brain for study.
Do you want to hear a really terrible, and by terrible I mean great, romantic comedy that I've heard about? Okay, so there's this guy, and he's, I think it's either his girlfriend or his fiance. I think it's fiance, because this is only something I've heard about, not something I've seen. His fiance gets into a car accident, and she's an organ donor, so she donates her organs, and her heart goes to another woman. And because this new woman has the same heart as the old woman, she falls in love with the old woman's fiance. And they live happily ever after.
That is so stupid that it's not even worth me explaining that the heart is a 4-chambered pump that transports blood throughout the body and has nothing to do with a romantic or even a physical attraction to someone.
Man, you're no fun.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So anyway, it's been about an hour, so I'm gonna stop it. So yeah, Grindfest for life, and also John is stupid. Yeah, woo! Get your shots out now, Qatherine, while we still have time. The man's gonna shut us down.
The man.
Yeah, by the man I mean probably Ryan.
Alright, I gotta go see about that picture.
Okay. All right.
And how drunk everyone's getting.
Awesome. Later, everybody.
Don't drink and do science.